come to our sixth estate. Similarly, first make a single crochet to mark it. The sixth hook rule requires crocheting 2 single crochets first. After finishing 2 single crochets, next, in the next center, we crochet 2 single crochets. Repeat this step. Start with 2 single crochets. Then, on the third and third centerpiece, crochet 2 single crochets. According to this pattern, we know when the last stitch is ready. So go for the long-term recruitment route. This makes it easier for us to sew it up later. After reaching this spot, we can then remove our marker buckle. Find the location we marked. Serve as a long-term recruitment and recruitment route. Just disconnect the wire. The same. Our ears also need to be made into 2 ears. Next comes the part where our cat's paw pads are. For the pads, we use a single thread to hook the mushrooms. Waiting for the week to be true. Well, for our small pads, we need to hook 5 single stitches inside our circle. Alright. After finishing 5 single crochets, we also tighten our thread ends. Adjust it a bit. Tighten. Then find the position where the phone number is connected. At this spot, remove our rubber buckle. Make a connection for him to recruit and reconnect. If you are making small meat pads, so let's just leave him a long-term line. Cut it off to a certain length. Achieve a seamless promotion. This one. The first marked spot for Xiao V. Pull this string over for him. Find our final stitch. Make the single crochet at this spot, pull our cord around. Adjust its shape. Hide it behind the plant. After adjusting the shape, at this position, we can hide and cut the wire. Now our little pad is complete. Our small meat pads need to be made with 6. Next, I'll demonstrate a hook method for our big meat pad. For large pads, we use a circular starting stitch. Again, we still wound our own cords well. Hook 6 single crochets. So remember to mark our mark. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Just like the little pad method. Adjust our shape. Tighten it. Then find the position where we click the key. Find the spot where you just marked the counting mark. Give him a chance to recruit him. After recruiting him for recruitment, we started the second round of hook and support. The second round of large meat pieces is inside each real eye. You also need to crochet 2 single crochets. First, second. The next true eye is also the same true eye. 2 single crochets. This must be repeated 6 times in total. Then everyone should complete it themselves and wait until the last variant. For the last single crochet, after we finish making it, just do a seamless recruitment program. Alright. At this point, we can stretch our coil. Find the spot we marked for it. Achieve a seamless promotion. Bring our thread behind our plants. Our big butcher shop needs to make 2. Everyone completed it themselves. We finished eating at a small butcher shop according to the order of 1 big and 3 small ones. Let's piece it together. Its feet, and the hands, and the little ears, and our little tail. Now let's move on to the breakup and reunion. Everyone should use their own parts. Break it up and reunite. Now, for our main part. And that's it. You can take a look and choose the right eyes and nose. Then sew on the mustache and its patterns. Next, let's hook the bag section. Take out the same line color as our main body. For the bag section, we use locking stitches to start stitching. We also use 2 threads to hook and support. Let's start with 13 whip needles. So this injection doesn't count as one injection. Go straight to the point. We just need to go straight into the first lane. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 2, 13. Retreat back to the second Satoyama location. Lishan is the cold area behind our shawei. You can see this coldness. Find Dao Air's location. Let's crochet a single crochet. Make a bracket mark in the first frame. Flipping back, this row requires a total of 12 short frames. Just now, 1 was already hooked. Now, 11 more need to be secured. Everyone can complete it themselves. Let's move on to our 12th short frame. Let's stand up for a frame at this position first. And stood up to frame it. At this position, we need to create a brief frame. For short frame methods, let's first check the frame. After inserting the thread and crocheting to pull the thread out, then came the next pin curtain. Next, crochet and thread. There are 3 loops on the crochet hook. We pulled it over at once. Now the first stitch reduction in the second row is complete. So what about our position? Also mark it with a mark. So, what's next? Let's crochet 8 more single crochets. Short crochet. After completing the 8th single crochet, for the last 2 stitches, we need to subtract a stitch. Let's start by crocheting and threading. After it's halfway through, we remove the glue clasp we just used for the first stitch. Now, let's find the spot where we just crocheted. We pull the string out and pull it through 3 coils. Now we've finished the second round. Set up another erector needle. Let's flip the splice again. At this spot, crochet 10 single crochets. Attach a few milliseconds to it in the same way. The first, second, and third. Now, let's get to the spot where we made the how button earlier. The 10th, our third row, is also finished. Row 4, after setting up the stitch. Our row involves simple needles. Similarly, subtract 1 frame from 2 frames to make 1 frame. For this frame, you also add a crosslink. Next, we need to support 6 more short frames. For the last 2 frames, we also do frame reduction. Remove our interlock and give it 2 frames and 1 frame. Set up another frame to hook this row as well. Next up is our 5th lap. For the 5th round, we just need to make a single crochet directly. In total, we need to make 8 single crochets. Second, 8th and 3rd single crochet. Take off the marker buckle we just made. Lock 1 stitch to the next line. Let's make a simple stitch in the next row in the same way. Here, fasten another glue clasp. Straighten 4 more single crochets, the same as the last 2 needles. We still need to do a stitch reduction. We do 2 stitches and 1 stitch. Alright, let's lock the pin in place. Complete our 6th lap. What about the 7th lap and down? Just crochet all the single crochets directly. Choose according to your needs, according to the length you want. Go check how long you need to hook a bag. We just need to keep hooking short formations. Everyone can complete it themselves. You can hook 1 bag or 2 bags according to your own reminder. For 2 bags, we can take one of our bag buckles. I don't have a bag buckle here, so I set one myself. Everyone should go by our bag buckles. We combined the 2. We can finish the rest of the process. This is also the opening that remains intact. Babies can also install it in this spot. Our zippers. That's all for now. Our cat foam bag is now complete. Next, I'll record it for you. Our bag hook is a crochet method. Let's first use 2 lock pins. This stitch counts as 1 stitch, but 2 locking stitches. We arrived at the first locking pin position. We crochet. After the cable, winding the thread through the first coil. Then wrap the tape around the second coil. You can see that a needle screen has formed on our side. You can see here, a needle screen has also formed. We can make a small mark, because later, the coil will return to the V-shaped direction. We crochet and thread. This is also the time for insertion. Wear it out. There are 2 more coils on the coil that are then wound through the thread. A second V has also formed here, so we need to keep hooking it all the way now. Bring out the previous one, then the next. Also at the spot where we just started shao V. Bring out the first, bring out the second. The length is based on the width of our bag. Let's go to Goji. Take out our bags. You can make a comparison, because we are following a direction in which it is held. Let's first hook the middle section. Let's give 2 more. When everyone is busy with the transfer process, we hook the strap against the width of our bag. Circle around the first one, circle out the first one. Alright, we can compare here a bit more. Alright, the length is about the same. Now the one among us is done. Now we move to the corner. Now let's set up a lock pin. Another locking needle is inserted. This spot can be slightly marked. This is the position at our turning point. Vertical lock pin. The last stitch at this spot. After reaching this spot, after setting 2 stitches and locking stitches, we arrive at the small V position. We insert our crochet hooks directly. After the manifestation is released, let's also circle around the first one first. Then circle around to the second one. So here, we've formed a corner. You can see this. So what do we do next? It must be supported horizontally, so we're going to wear it back to where we just went. Crochet this V at this position. After inserting the needle, bring it out. Passing through the first one. Let's go through the second one. In this position. Alright, after 2 injections, we do the same with 2 more lock needles. Next, we're about to return to this position. Turn back, now we find it. Also the last stitch of the V-shaped stitch just now. We crochet and insert the loop. On the coil, let's crochet 2 loops onto the hook. Bring out the first and then the second. Then our foot will turn back. We are the same length as this branch. The same method applies. Crochet needle. Bring the string out. Bypass the first one, bypass the second. Repeat this step over and over to the length we want. Alright, once the length is the same applies here as well. Set 2 locking needles and start using the same method as ours. Turn the turning foot around. This is also the one where we found our last stitch. V here. Bypass the first one, bypass the second. Do 1 more stitch, bypassing the first one. Let's bypass the second one. Alright, up to this point, we can proceed to the stitch insertion position where we just started. First, this coil needs to be inserted, and after the pin is secured and the thread is removed. Next, here is the first needlewood, making a pull for it. Then to the needlewood next to this side, inside the cave rock. Let's do another promotion for it. Alright, let's get to this spot. We have already turned around and formed a small circle. This side also requires 2 more injections. Turn the single crochet from earlier horizontally. Alright, now let's start with 1, 2. Plugged into our side. Insert it into the small enclosure in the middle of our side. Bring out the first one, bring out the second. Then find the newly formed V. Crochet and thread, loop through the first one, then the second. Also 2 needles. Let's continue with 2 lock needles. By at the position where we just formed the second V. Crochet and thread are also made to pull out the first one, then the second one. Now our side has turned the corner too. The next steps are all to support it. After transplanting this length, we're about to get a twist. Also 2 lock needles for the same benefit. Find our final stitch. This is the position of the little V. Crochet it with a thread. Bring out the first one. Bring out the second one. What about our side? Then find the spot where the newly formed V just formed. After finishing the hook and thread remain, let's find our needle. Where to hit the G-cup. Take it down. What about crocheting needles? Crochet and thread, pull it out. Pull through 3 coils at once. So where are we over here? Then pull out to the next stitch. Or we can simply lengthen the coil. Stretch the coil for it. After we disconnect, we make a I very promote for it. Come here, this spot. Hide this thread for it. At this spot. Let's wrap this wire around it. After going around the circle, find the position of the last V. Turn it to this place. Let's hide the thread properly. Then we finish with a bag buckle.